and I'll be demoing Flutter installation and configuration for Windows 11. Now, first of all, we need to install Git. For us to install that, we need to go to Git, download Git, and then we go here in our Git downloads, and then we select download for Windows. And then after that, we are going to search about PC. And then we're going to open about your PC. And then, as you can see here, we have 64-bit operating system. Then we install the 64-bit kit for Windows setup. And then it will give us an exe file to install. And then after that, we're going to install it. And then click yes. And then now we're going to click next, 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 next. Basically, we're just going to keep clicking next for default options. So it will install it for us. And then once installed, we can just click finish. And then for us to verify that Git is already installed, we can go here in our CMD, and then we can Git version. So meaning if it shows something, then meaning that Git is already installed in our Windows 11 operating system. Nice. So let's now install Flutter SDK. So we need to go to Flutter SDK download, and then we click install Flutter, and then we're going to select Windows, and then after that we are going to install Windows PowerShell 5.0. Git for Windows, we already have that. But the most important thing is for us to install Flutter SDK, which is this one. So we need to install that. So make sure that it is Flutter Windows 3.16.3, but in the future this will be changed to a different version. But for now, I'm downloading and will install 3.16.3 stable. Now it will take some time. 1 minute should be enough for us to install 949 MB. I just installed WinRAR for as an example or as an alternative for the built-in zip extractor. So let's try to cut this since it is not working as expected. So it looks like we have to put it directly here in our C drive. So let's try to um, cut this and then place it right here. So since it is opened, we can just copy it again and put it here in our local disk C. And then we're going to change our path for Flutter. Instead of having this developer path, but we're just going to have the C Flutter bin. Then click OK, OK, and then OK. We're going to download Android Studio Hedgehog. So this is the latest version, and then also this is for Windows. So we're going to install that, and this will take some time. Since this file is 1 GB. It's downloaded. As you can see here, it is already downloaded. Let's open that in our Explorer. So double click it, and then it will show us an installer. So let's wait for it to open. So it will look like this. As you can see, welcome to Android Studio setup. So click next. So we're going to click next and then install. So we can also show details to give us more information for the installation. So the installation is complete. We just click next and then click finish. Now, this pop-up or this modal is for setting up Android Studio. Now we can just hit next, then let's do standard, and then let's click next again, and let's accept it. Then also we need to accept all of it. So let's click finish, and then it will again start the download for us. Installed or downloaded, we can hit or click finish. And then we need to install a plugin for Flutter. So we have to search Flutter and then install Flutter and then accept. Install. So also we need to install that when prompted. So we have to restart IDE and then restart. So we're going to open again Android Studio. And then this time we're going to run it as administrator. And then click yes. So let's wait for it to open. And now, here in our projects, let's create again a new Flutter project. And make sure we select Flutter. Then for Flutter SDK path, we're going to locate our newly created Flutter folder. So we click OK. So we click next. And then we're going to name it CSE3, activity 1, demo 1. So we can disable all this and keep Android platform and then click create. So it will create a Flutter project for us. It's created a new Flutter project. Here, as you can see, we have Android, and then we have here different folders, and we have our main.abelarde. Initially, I do have my own emulator, which is the Pixel 7 API 29, but we can create another device for that. And for us to do that, we can select anything like Pixel 5, for example, or Pixel 7 Pro. And then we can click next. Then after that, we are going to select, we can use Q for now, and then click next, and then we can name our device, making sure that it is automatic. Then we can show advanced settings also, and then we can click finish. And then as you can see here, we now have an emulator, which is Pixel 7 Pro API 29. So when we open it, we're going to see an emulator or a virtual device inside our Android Studio. So it will look like so. As you can see, it is a virtual device, and it is Pixel 7 Pro API 29. So when we run our program will be hot reloaded or reflected into our virtual device or emulator. And yeah, that's basically it for setting up, installing, and configuring Android Studio, Git, Flutter into our computer.